for them to take it over because Shinryu and Ashizi take it over. This is going to be game number 2 between Daaku, Sena, and Experiment 5, the last match of Wildcard Stage. Let's see if it's going to be a clean sweep or Experiment 5 is going to force this game to a number 3. I would have loved if it was a best of 5. They could push it to a game number 5. But yeah, jokes aside, take it over as Shinryu.
Hey, you know what,
Before
guys?
going,
You need to follow Ray because he is a Eminem of rapping. I mean, casting. I'm sorry. Bro did not take a breath. He just entirely said that all things in one breath. Guys. So hats off to him, right, Ash?
I mean, he was actually writing all these things when the match was going on.
No,
He
man,
wrote
it's all off the
everything.
tongue. No, I
Before,
did not say.
therefore, I was about to ask him before going. Can you tell me, will it be a clean sweep or will it be a reverse sweep? What will happen?
I honestly feel like Daaku Sena is a little bit too strong. But hey, Experiment 5, come on, color me surprised. So yeah, I think take it over, guys, now.
The script is already written. Ray has already written the script. We always get the dialogues
Yep.
from him.
Hey,
Thank
that's
you.
true. That's true.
Thank you.
Again,
Guys, yeah, take it over. Take it over. Come on.
we
Thank
need
you.
to do some things and take it over, guys. And thank you so much, Ray, for joining us as a host for this
Anytime.
game. And again, we'll be coming back to you soon, right?
Yeah,
Because the
I'll be
game is
there after the
already
match.
rolling. Yes. And of course, the draft is already rolling here, Ash, and 4 heroes being banned this time. The Harith as well as the Moscow taking off, and I think a surprise ban too. The Fredrin this time taken off.
Yep, I mean that was needed because you know what happened previously. I mean, Experiment 5 was good, but the Fedrin pick was also good at place. So maybe they were taking out that Fedrin pick for fun or something like they wants to take it out. But the Moscow is still same. That means the respect ban is still going on. And this time, as you depict, the Harith was about to come from the side of Daaku Sena. Maybe that's the reason Experiment 5 didn't want to give them the Harith this time, and they will be taking out the Harith. But Irithel, the trilogy metas, one more Irithel is still open, so maybe they can go with that. Hayabusa is getting banned right now, and last ban is about to come, but Lucas is not taken yet, so maybe Experiment 5 will go for that Lucas ban or gonna give them. I'm not sure about it. What do you think, Shinju?
I think they can go for a trade-off, right? They're banning off the Kimi, so I think that's a smart ban. They got that in the last game, so they did not want the other team to go for that hero. So I feel that's a smart approach this time around. But however, Team Dakusena, they will get one strong hero. And what it would be is the question. They can get their hands on the Florine once again. It's a good hero. It worked for them in the last game. It can work again for sure, given the fact the anti-heals have been nerfed quite a bit. And, you know, I think even the global ultimate cannot be cancelled out, right? So they can get the Florine and Team Experiment 5, they can get two strong hero, preferably the Lucas, I was gonna say, but hey, surprise, Team Dakusena, they got the Lucas themselves.
Obviously, and we can. I was expecting that. I mean, I know that if they're gonna leave the Lucas, it will be in the hand of Dakusena for real. Because right now, Lucas is really in the menace mode. We can say after the Naruto skin, and he can just melt you down with the tail-based bombs. So obviously, it was needed right now for Dakusena. But this depicts one thing more that the Jushin is still open. They can go with the Jushin. No. Irithel this time into the hand of Experiment 5. Maybe they have seen something with that previous Irithel's damage, therefore they got it into their hand. Otherwise, they couldn't have, I mean, given to them because they know the damage is too high. But look at that. Again, one more support. Again, being pulled off from Dakusena. This time, the Matilda with the Dakusena and a Badango be there into the EXP lane. Florin still open. What do you think, Shinryu? Again, a Florin pick with a Basha jungler or what?
I think they should go for the Florine at this point, otherwise, in the second phase, it might probably get banned. And the Basha, I don't know if they should go for it or not here, but yeah, they are picking that hero, so I think that's again revealing a lot of things, right? What your jungler this time would be. And Team Experiment 5 last time they did not get their hands onto the Baxia, so this time they won that. And yeah, that kind of cancel out that heal the side of Team Dakusena wants to go for. The inbuilt anti-heal Baxia provides can work really well. But again,
Yeah.
there's a gold laner yet to be picked, Mage as well. Mage from both the team and gold laner from Dakusena. What do they go for? Like, there's a lot of option. There is the Grandeur, there is the Iritha, like you mentioned, and there's even the carry from the last game that can work well for Dakusena, given the fact they can put the peel on that hero.
I mean, Irithel is not there because it's already into Experiment 5 side. But right now, I'm hoping for two bans from Daaku Sena, Florin and a Valentina. That will help them a lot. And look at that, they will be going for Angela ban. I'm not sure about it. I was
Mhm.
thinking about a Florin and Valentina because the mage is yet to come, and you got a Lucas in your side. So and also Badang and also Matilda. So everyone has the ult which can be copied by the Florin. So I was hoping for copied by the Valentina. So I was hoping for a Valentina ban as well as a Florin ban. But Angela, I think it's 50-50. I'm not sure about it because Angela can heal only one hero with the I mean ult,
It's kind
but
of single
Flo-
target, yeah. It's kind of single
yeah.
target, yes. Hmm.
But Florian can heal all those four members. So Hardguard and Florian's ult is like hell and heaven. But look at that. They will be going with the Sicilian ban at this point. That's a good thing. No one want the late game to be there. And a Florian as well. Okay. Valentina open.
I feel the Valentina might be a good pick for the side of Team Experiment 5, But given the fact the short range can be a bit counterable for the side of Team Experiment 5's mid lane, that can also be a point where they can suffer against Team Dakusena. So the Valentina is definitely a good choice. They should go for that hero at this point. Still have a flexibility for the last pick. They can see what the other team would go for, but instead they are going for a Eve. So another control mage from the mid lane, a bit too one-dimensional because she's immobile once she uses that ult. So a bit too targetable. So a backline, dive hero can really punish that one pick coming in from the side of Team Experiment 5. But yeah, this
Who
time, wait, what? I am in a surprise, man. What is happening? I see a Idora of all heroes.
had a Nathan as well. I mean, I was thinking about Beatrix at that moment. Even Granger could have been working better against Irithel, but Nathan as well in the meta. I know that, but how it gonna works in a tournament, I'm not sure. Rank, okay, but tournament, not sure. And Eudora, for whom? for for Gatotkacha or for Basha? I mean, okay, maybe I will not judge this. Once I judged this Eudora pick of Witch, and I got punished from Witch. He managed to take MVP in that match. So I'm not gonna judge this, but against this, I'm not sure. I was thinking about a Estes for real, but a Fedrin could have got good. I mean, in the previous draft when they were setting with the Fedrin Estes do works great right now. So at that moment, if this Estes pick was there, maybe Experiment 5 would have won the match. But right now, Estes pick is here with the Eve being there. Therefore, they didn't went for some mobility kind of mage. They went for some, I
Hmm.
mean, non-dimensional mage will be stable in somewhere. But as team Dakusena is also having a Lucas right now, can dive into the backliners as well as can come back from that position with the help of gliding wind. So it's kind of, you can say, the two drafts are looking very rationalized from both these sides. But I'll go with Dakusena's draft because they got this Lucas into their hand, a meta hero, and there is no meta from Experiment 5 side. If you're gonna count Basha, then I'm not sure about it.
I mean, I do see the prospects of the draft of Experiment 5. They want to, go for the heal of their own with the Estes, right? They want to group up. They want to take the fight as a team instead of, going one by one. But again, we will be walking into the second game of the night between Team Daaku Sena, who are on the match point against Team Experiment 5, who might have to fight against the odd, go for a probably reverse sweep if they can. But again, with both the drafts already being locked in, I see the prospect that I was talking about. Team fight against a bit too damage that they want to go for one by one. They want to just take the team fights and just go for the flanks or probably the dive onto the backline because it's pretty easy to target. But again, we haven't talked enough about the Idora, right? Idora can work well, but again, who does it counter? The MM? Yes, it can counter the Irithil, but again, that's just it because the rest of the heroes have a very good range and they're pretty tanky, and I don't think so the burst would be enough. But I think the value of that hero is pretty much just one-dimensional again in this game. So, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts for the Evan as well as the Eudora is kind of I don't know what to say right now because Eudora for this type of heroes I was not sure at that moment that they will go with the Eudora because Louis was open, Jushin was also open at that moment, and Jushin could have worked better against a utility jungler. Eudora. Maybe they're going with the comfort right now. They went for a Masha pick, so it's not surprising for me that they will not go for a Eudora pick. So maybe that's the reason they went for the high damage as well to take down the Eve or the Irithel. But you need to, I mean, have a good position. But before that, we can see a fight was about to break up, but it's not the thing. Super Im will be going back into a safer zone at this point, and the turtle, the first neutral objective, is about to come. It's already spawned into the land of dawn. And we can see the Kashi has already started the turtle dance. Let's see who'll having this. I mean, the river control is likely into the hand of team Daaku Sena right now. Retreat will be easily forced away, and look at that. It will be an easy turtle, but the fight is on.
There is the, RWM as well as the AOG being connected, but Baxia, first blood, Yamraj. We were talking about whether he can burst down the Baxia or not. The answer is yes, but look at the entropy being used by Nathan. Is there going in with the ultimates in and out? There is the AOG, but it is just to disengage the team fight. The circling eagle was used right away, so that's a lot of aggression coming in from Daaku Sena for the first team fight of alone.
Obviously, and what do you think? I mean, rather than going for a Gatot Kacha, what if the first pick would have been a Florin? I mean, you've been thinking about the Basha pick. Florin and Basha would have been great. Gatot Kacha could have been, I mean, neglected at that moment. If, I mean, team Daaku Sena was about to go with a Gatot Kacha, you could have gone with a Phobius as well for the EXP.
Could have been, that could have been another prospect. But again, Nathan in a lot of trouble, forced to use the flicker out of the place just to get out of the harm's way. But Irithel, wait, what? The Estes just got deleted given the fact that he's pretty squishy, and Yamraj getting another kill. Yo, we should not doubt this guy anytime soon, He's just proving us wrong from the very first few minutes of the game. The Idora does work for sure.
Obviously, it does work for sure when your comfort is Eudora. I mean, how can I forget? Yamraj Eudora do works great as well. But the thing is, I mean, not a single time wasted when he managed to delete that Blacklist International Estes. I mean, it's fun. You can say it's irony that the Estes is using Blacklist International skin with a jungler as Basha. I mean, it do reminds me Wise and B-Wise combo, but right now going into the backline.
Wanted to go into the backline, but there is the heal coming in from Estes just to neutralize that team fight. As you can see, the sustain is just enough, but that's a lot of resources being burned because the turtle is already up, and they won't have that ultimate anytime soon because given the fact the cooldown is pretty long. So I think this might be a comfortable turtle take for side of Daaku Sena because there is no contest whatsoever. Even the retribution is on cooldown, so pretty much turtle given away? Question mark?
Yeah. And we can see that they're having the, Riverside into their control, so they will be having this turtle as well. Look at that. Okay, Gatot Kacha has to re-back into a safer zone so that, he knows that he can be going for that turtle. He can't be contesting for that turtle. That's the main reason he just went back. Right now, we can see that the early game dominance is already started again from the side of Daaku Sena. They know how to dominate the early game. But Irithel this time into the hand of team Daaku Sena. Look at the damage coming from this Nathan, about to delete the Gatot Kacha at that moment. And okay, managed to escape, but the turret, I don't think it will be it will be there. It will be easily deleted.
But again, moving to the bot lane, you can see 4 members being present from the side of Team Experiment 5, and they want to trade off the turret, but Irithel needs to be careful. Cypher was almost at a bad position, but he's managed to get out of the harm's way with the help of the sprint, and the rest of the team is definitely there to help him out. But look at the aggression coming in. The Circling Eagle definitely giving that, the angle the side of teams Daaku Sena's jungler needed, and there is a double kill already. Jazz going in with a lot of damage. Despite being a tanky hero, he's definitely bursting down those low HP targets, and more map pressure. 4-4-0 already in the favor of Team Daaku Sena, and they're trying to look for another turret onto the mid lane. And the fight does not stop there, does it? Because you can see the burst damage definitely doing the magic, and Funny Valentine will be getting that, last hit onto that Gatot Kacha, and he just get targeted down. So they're trying to look for more, but the turret onto the mid lane might fall really soon.
That was a nice way Funny Valentine just used. Went for the ult, then just have a bling, then to get away from the situation, use the flicker. I mean, totally fast with his hands. Right now, one more turret about to gone from the hand of Team Experiment Fight. That is from the bot lane, and the turtle about to spawn. With that, the river control AOG coming on. Lucas got caught off guard, and it will be Lucas getting down from the Basha. Easy kill coming for the side of Experiment 5. Their first kill, we can say. And before the turtle spawning, so the third turtle is going for the side of Experiment 5 right now. I mean, look, it was not needed. I don't know why Lucas went for that. It was totally overextending at that moment. Turtle was about to spawn. You should have waited for the turtle. You should have taken the turtle. And maybe a possible fight was about to come at the turtle. So Daaku Sena's jungler literally couldn't have the patience, we can say. And with this, till now, we can say they doesn't have a turret into their hand. And maybe that's the reason the lane pressure will be there onto them in the late game. The circling eagle coming on, but we'll not see any fight right now from the side of Daaku Sena. They will be waiting for it. They will be waiting for the Lord maybe to get a fight over there. But right now, they want this mid lane tier 3 immediately as soon as possible. They're hunching for it. They're right now for that only. They're targeting the mid lane so much that they're forgetting about all other macro things. Because the buff is already not taken by the Lucas, the red one. And he's right now going on to invade the blue. But before that, a fight is coming on to the top.
Oh, the Bagzia just got bursted down, shredded down from the damage of the members of Team DS, and just like that, the map pressure is going to the side of Team Daaku Sena once again, but there's the AOG as well as the RWM cancelling out, but look at Badang going for the backline, targeting two members, and the damage from the latent might what's gonna be enough, but no, these are still walking. The heal from Estes definitely helping them survive, but there's a 1v1 onto the bot lane going on between Cypher and Kayashi, and neither of them will be falling anytime soon. So I think the map pressure is definitely being built on from the side of Team Daaku Sena. As you can see, the mid lane already falling, but they're again going in. The circling eagle is there, but the Bagzia are sustaining all that damage. So much sustain on that hero. Even the Nathan cannot burst him anytime soon, and that is the problem with the Bagzia's, sustain as well as Estes being on the same team. Lot of, re-engage capability that team can offer.
You know what, Shinryu, right now they are getting the kills, but the thing is, Team Experiment 5 is so sustained, but they are forgetting about the lane pressure. Lane management is not so good from them. They don't have a turret yet, and Team Daaku Sena is literally going for those turret farms more than the kills right now. And look at that, Batang escaped from a big situation, but right now, 5-man.
Oh, there is the RWM as well as the AOG just to get that space the mage needed to give the damage, but still nobody falling. But finally the Lord will be hitting that low HP Bagzia. So Irithil does not the Irithil, the Aurora gets the kill, but they will find two of their own trade. Experiment 5, they get the gold laner as well as the tank. So Haitatsu as well as Funny Valentine won't be there to take fight in this lot, pit. But I don't think so. Without a jungler, they would want to risk it and just give the lot away to the other team. But again, they should be pushing the lane, like you mentioned. They need to go for the macro plays a lot more than they're going for those team fights. So finally, the first turret, not the first, but the second turret of the game, or was it the third one, that is falling for the side of Team Experiment 5.
Yeah, it's the third one for them, but if you're gonna see, okay, one more fight is about to come, but the Lord is still to touch right now. But look at that, Istis is like that. He is sticking to the Basha as well as the whole team. So I think Lucas should take care of the Istis, or otherwise he can also take care of that Eve. But look at that, the Badang!
Finally going for the Estes, like you mentioned, and they get the main person they were looking for. And despite the RWM being there, the AOG being there, they will be not enough to help them sustain because they lost their main healer. And right now Irithil doing for a 1v1, and Yamraj was almost on the verge of being taken down. But again, you can see the rest of the members running down for the hills without their frontliner. The two of them cannot do anything but watch, and they might just watch this Lord being taken down from the side of Team Daaku Sena. So this is definitely a lot of more pressure being built towards the side of Team Experiment 5. And I feel this Lord can just get them the game as well anytime soon if they play the same game that they're doing right now. Mark that Estes once again.
They need to take care of that Blazings as well in the mid lane because it's still on. And maybe when the law will come, the Blazing will be on soon, so it can easily take away the lot from the map. So they should take care of this. But also, they will be getting one more turret in the bot lane. That's a good thing. I mean, lane pressure is still on, and Gatot Kasha is maybe gonna okay. The AOG will be used for the survive. But before that, we can say that okay, Lucas. Look at that. Lucas is right now in a very bad position. Was about to got caught off guard from that Basha, but okay. 12 minutes is on. The blazing is off. Tailbeast bomb used. Madara is about to reach the inhibitors. Or recall spamming already started. Is this the almighty push, Chinryu?
Yeah, that could be the almighty push that I was talking about, because it's also a 5v5. There's the RWM being used, and Padang on the backline trying to mark the resistance once again, but 2 members being taken down, make it 3 soon, but no, they are surviving with the mobility given by that Mathilda, but again, you know, they need to clear the waves out before they take more fights, but there's a circling eagle onto the Irithel. They're trying to take him down. There's a lot of damage coming in from the Irithel. It's a heal. There's a re-engage coming from the Baxia. They're trying to take the fight, but they're just being careful, and they finally get the stun onto Haitatsu, and he will be getting taken down. Baxia needs to be careful. He's a bit overzealous right now, going for a 2v1. He does not have the damage dealer. The waves are still going in towards the side of Team Experiment 5's base, so they might have to clear it before they go all in for that push. But again, that's a good counter engage, counter gank coming from the side of Team Experiment 5. They finally have some room to breathe.
This is what happens when you're with a Eudora in your mage. I mean, not much CC you can say she can provide stun, okay, but CC, where is that? Right now again, Badang, right now 4-man going on, and Tailbeast bomb coming on, healing is already there. They're going for the back line, and look at that, Zinru.
Oh, the RWM this time will be cutting off Kayashi, and he will get taken down. And man, you know, despite being targeted, that Mancer was so good on his foot. You know, the positioning coming, the re-engage, you know, they went to a right place where they could use the RWM just to take, or, you know, push him to a place where they did not get the support from the team, you know, could not have any escapability, and that just played so well for the side of Team Experiment 5. And right now, Haitatsu, we need to be careful. He's walking to a bush without any vision. He does not have the Purify. He uses a circling eagle defensively just to get out of the harm's way. But that's another resource being burned out right before the Lord will be spawning. So, you know, the Jazz, or, you know, sorry, not Jazz, but Kayashi is finally back. But Jazz have been doing a phenomenal job trying to mark that backline, trying to bait the flicker from the Restes. He needs to continue doing so. Otherwise, I don't think so there is any other one or anyone else to go into the backline and mark the Restes, as well as that Soya onto that Eve. So that is the main people they need to mark for. But again, the Lord is being taken down. Will they contest for it is the question here, Ash.
Yup, and before that, we can see a fight is coming up.
Oh, there's the early RWM being used, but that will be enough to take 2 members down. The AOG will be dropping on the right member, but look at the HP of Prime. He's still surviving. But again, this time they lost their tank as well as the jungler, so no retribution for the side of Team Daaku Sena. And 5 versus 3 situation, they should not try to push their luck anytime soon, but they might as well. But they are losing 1 member, and they're trying to fight again. Jazz with a good save, and you can see a triple kill onto Funny Valentine, once again being the anchor of the team. You know, just this time things were against his team, but he's finally giving that, you know, pressure that they needed, that, you know, he need to walk up and be the carry of the team in the late game, and he's definitely doing so here, Ash.
Changed the game, he changed the total momentum of the game. I mean, I was not expecting a lot still from the side of Daaku Sena at that moment when their jungler and their roamer was out of the game. The Badang's fist crack was on to the point, and then the backline damage coming from this Nathan was too much that they managed to take down the Irithel. I mean, they know the damage dealer is Irithel. She is having the fun in this match, so they first take care of her. But Lucas was doing great. I mean, taking care of the Istis as well as the Eve was needed at that moment. Mainly Istis, because you all know that the healer should be taken out. The milk giver should be taken out. Otherwise, the energy will be always full for you. Right now, the inhibitor fall already in the mid lane. The Madara is going on. They want to deflect his movement. But before that, a damage is coming from this Nathan is too much. Mega kill for the Nathan. Will it be a double kill?
Oh, they're still walking off the targeted zone, but that was a good engage coming from Jazz. He cut off the heal that could have been provided to the Gatot Kacha. They don't have their front line anytime soon, but they will be getting Cypher as well. That's the bad news, and Mancer taken down as well. things went so wrong for Experiment 5. They lost 4 members on the verge of losing 5th, and they definitely will be doing that. And man, that was a triple kill for Yamraj as well as the game secured for Daaku Sena. Clean sweep at it.
Victory for the team. Daaku Sena, what a win for them. I mean, at a moment I thought that Experiment 5 is slowly coming back, but then it was all a funny Valentine, making the game into his hand, being the X Factor in the previous match, getting a savage. How could it be like he cannot get some bunch of kills in this match? A triple kill, the real MVP. I mean, he's the real MVP of this BO3 series between Experiment 5. Okay, that was a great game. I think Ray gonna say that if Experiment 5 has gonna rectifying their mistakes or not, or it will be Funny Valentine who gonna show this, who gonna still the show in the Swiss stage. What do you think, Ray?
It's going to be interesting overall. I just want to point out one thing you mentioned, milk giver. That's a new term I read for Estes. I've never heard anyone call Estes the milk giver, but you're not wrong. You're actually right. So new term for Estes by Ash
Yeah.
TZ. Oh, okay. The names also they kind of match.
Once the dad is gone take the milk, it might be a game over. That's what happened. The Estes being taken down really affected the overall team fight capability for Team Experiment 5,
Hmm.
wasn't it, Ash? I mean, Ray.
Yeah, of course. But honestly, I think we can all be honest that it was pretty clear, right, that Daaku Sena was kind of holding back with a lot of interesting picks because I feel like they were playing a little bit into the ego because I don't think. I mean, Yudra is not a bad hero, but in a match like this, she was not at all. And they somehow made it work. I was honestly doubting it the moment I saw it because, like, Yudra is something more of an akin to an assassin counter, not something that you can pick against a Bashia, right? But they still made it work. It's pretty interesting how they went with it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of doubted that pick right from the point he picked, and we
Yeah,
were talking.
makes
I mean, I
sense.
was talking about it, right? Who is he gonna target? Who is gonna burst down? Is it gonna be the Irithel? But man, even bursted down the tanky heroes from the right. I mean, the first kill
Yeah,
was to get down. I
yeah.
mean, we don't get to see that every day, do we?
Yeah, I was surprised. I was doubting the Udra pick. Then I see First Blood, Bakshia taken down by Udora, none other. Then how does that even happen? That is pretty insane. We need some tips. Like I'm a mage main right now, so I need some tips. How do you make Udra so powerful? But yeah, that's the magic of Dagosena. What do you have to say for us? Like, of course, you were fully hyped. You were the analyst, but sometimes I would forget it because of how much energy you have. It's pretty intense, isn't it?
Yeah, it was intense because of the picks, you can say. I mean, Nathan is a late game hero, so he was about to farm, and when he got farm, he got the kills. And Eudora, it's okay in the early game she can manage, but there was not much squishy heroes. Managed to take down the mill giver once, but then it
Mail
was
giver.
yeah, obviously, I mean, if you remember, in our childhood, we gave when we drink milk, we get the protein, and then we can just go and use our energy into the games, into the plays. So that's what Istis do. I mean, I always say when I play ranks with my friends, I always say he's the milk giver. Take care of him first, bro. He is giving the milk to them. Let him kill first, and then we can kill all of them. So that was he at the first. So he's
Okay,
like
okay.
the I don't know how to say this, but he's like the mommy for those 4 kids. You should
Whoa,
take care
whoa,
for the
whoa.
mommy first. So they were
Hey,
taking care of
hey,
mommy
hey,
first.
hey! We need to stop Ash before he goes out of hand here, Ray. Otherwise, we will be inventing new terms one after the other, won't we?
The yeah, the only mommy I have is Zushin. Sorry, Ash. No, no, like,
Okay,
sadly.
then Estes is the daddy. You going to say that?
Hey, no,
Hey,
no,
yo,
bro,
hey,
No,
no,
if
bro.
you
what's
Hey, daddy in
happening?
the
What
room
is
for
happening?
Zushin is
Hey,
me, bro.
I'm gonna
No, no,
hey!
people a
I thought,
seahorse.
I thought, I thought we were in a family-friendly casting. What is happening at this point, guys? You
A-
need to
Ash,
chill out. Hey,
Ash will get reported. Don't worry, we'll throw him under the bus. He's the one who started with the whole milk business. I mean, hey, technically, milk is family friendly, isn't it? Right, Ash? What do
Mm,
you say?
obviously. I mean, we all drink milk. We
Yeah,
all
we all
love.
drink milk. Yeah, I still drink milk, like a lot of it, because you gotta get the vitamin D right. Without vitamin D, your bones are gonna crack. Remember, kids, make sure
It's
you get
different.
that
All right.
you get the
It's
D vitamin.
different. It's different if people are thinking about the colostrum. I'm talking about the milk. You can't say the colostrum.
Okay.
Well,
we
well,
we we have
we will
our
have the science classes later. We will have the science classes later. But again, we need to move back to the match here, Ray. But yeah, that was another dominant performance from the group Team DS were from, and they're completely, dominating and untouched. They did not lose many games, did they? And they're moving to the main stage, right? The Swiss format.
I think we'll obviously get the confirmation soon, but there were two groups into the wildcard stages, and two will make it through, like two from each group. So yeah, I think they have. But yeah, we'll get the confirmation, and for the confirmation, guess where you need to go? You obviously need to follow Indian Gaming Corps in Instagram, as well as subscribe to the channel to make sure you're updated. And of course, you will know which of your favorite wildcard teams will be proceeding to the Swiss stages to duke it out to, of course, with the other teams in the Mythic leaderboard, right? So I think it's definitely going to be Untitled, Ryuga, and Daaku Sena at least. I forgot another team. What was it? Sorry, it's I've been seeing so many teams. They have been performing really well, but yeah, of course, only the best, only the ones who have been better than the rest can make it to the Swiss stages, where they're going to be digging out even more, isn't it?
Yep.
I think it's Blazing Olympus, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or was it Venom?
Oh, I think it's Blazing Olympus. Yep, you're right, actually. I think it's Blazing Olympus. But there we go. There's the result screen. Also, one more thing I would love to mention is that Naruto flying was too hilarious on not Naruto, the Kurama. It was too funny. He was I don't know why it was too funny to see a Kurama running around in a circle so fast. But yeah, it was a sight to see. But overall, I feel like there's nothing much to say about the builds into the hands of Daaku Sena. It's all the typical. Kyazi went with the semi kind of a tanky build. Understandable though, Winter Crown for that clutch play. On the other hand, Badang, of course, fully tank build, and Naden with the burst. On the other hand, though, Experiment 5, looking at the builds, it's everything is fine. But yeah, I would have prepared. Okay, there is Rose Gold. For a second, I missed it out. But yeah, there was Rose Gold. Cypher is actually really well built. But yeah, just like you guys